5 exercises that I recommend all of you do for women who want to get stronger. Form of rowing is going to be great for your upper back and again, your core, your arms and your shoulders. Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going through my top 5 exercises that I recommend all of you do 3 to 4 times a week, if not daily. These are really simple. They can be done at home with very limited equipment. They can also be taken into the gym and developed further using more equipment. So I'm gonna go through these exercises, I'm gonna give you demonstrations, and then I'm gonna suggest how you could perform these at home or in the gym. Before I go any further, please subscribe to my channel to get more of this great content. So before I get into my top 5 exercises for women who want to get stronger, just want to let you know that I've been coaching women aged 30 to 71 years old for the last 3.5 years. Whilst working with these women from all different nationalities, different cultures, different countries around the world, I've worked with some women who have come to me unable to lift a gallon bottle of water from the floor onto the water machine at home. And after a few months of working with me, they've sent me photographs of themselves lifting these bottles and gallons at home and placing them back onto the water machine. This is what we're talking about. We're getting stronger and fitter so that we can function in our day-to-day life. Other ladies have come to me saying that lifting shopping bags up into the back of the car has become much easier for them. And another comment I've had is ladies talking to me about lifting items up into a top shelf in the kitchen or in a cupboard at home, and how much easier this is because they've been strength training with me on their overhead presses. Please don't miss these top 5 exercises that are gonna make your day-to-day life so much easier. Okay, so let's get started with my top 5 exercises for women who want to get strong, feel empowered, have a better performance, combat the symptoms of menopause, and just live a better, healthier, and fitter life. Exercise number 1 is a squat. Now, a squat can take many variations, so I'm gonna work with you as a total beginner on how to squat to full range of motion. That means taking the squat as deep as you can. This is going to benefit you by maintaining your mobility, your range of motion within your hips, your strength of your glutes, and the range of motion within your knees, which, if you know anything about the symptoms of menopause, your knees and hips are going to start to degenerate as you age, unfortunately, but there are things you can do about it by strengthening the joints, the range of motion, and the muscles that surround those areas. So we're talking about your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, and your calves. Okay, so exercise number 1 demonstration is your squat. If you haven't already, check out my video on how to squat for your grandparents, where we start on the chair and we move our way down the blocks. Once you've achieved squatting onto an object, we can then work on starting with a wide stance in our feet, moving our toes slightly out, and taking our squat all the way down, keeping our chest high. I'm just holding my hands together because I don't know what else to do with my hands. When I'm down in the squat, I want to sit into my squat. It's a bit uncomfortable. I can feel my hips are quite tight. So I'm just gonna sit into my squat and then bring myself back up. As I'm bringing myself up, I'm squeezing my glutes, my bum cheeks together, standing up nice and straight and engaging my core. So I'm gonna go again, all the way down. This actually doesn't feel as bad this time because my hips are already open, and back up. You want to take these as low as you possibly can. If you prefer to squat with your feet narrower, that's absolutely fine. If you prefer to squat with your feet even wider, that's also absolutely fine, whatever your hips prefer and feel more comfortable with. We're aiming for a rep range of between 10 and 15 repetitions of the squat. And if you can do this 3 rounds through, so 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps every single day. This is going to be great for your hip mobility, your knee strength, and your overall function as we age. So, exercise number 1 was the squat. We can start with the squatting onto the blocks and the chair. We can move into free squatting without any equipment. And once you feel really comfortable with this, you can find yourself an object at home, bag of sugar, bottle of water, or if you have available, a dumbbell. Take a dumbbell into the hands. This is going to load you into your squat Nice and slow, keeping the chest up, core engaged. Squeeze the glutes on the way up. We maintain the rep range of 10 to 15 reps. You can choose the load, the weight that you decide to lift. And to further develop this exercise, you can take it into a gym and use a barbell on your back. You might want the support of a member of staff from the gym to make sure your form is okay. And you can take it down in a squat and bring it back up. There is no end to how to squat, and everybody can access this movement, even your grandparents, from sitting on a chair and standing back up. Okay ladies, my second exercise from my top 5 exercises for women who want to get stronger is an overhead standing press. So we're going to be standing with our feet slightly apart. We're going to be taking some weight, either an object from home or some weights that you might have at home, dumbbells, or you can come into a gym and develop this into a log press, a barbell overhead press, a bench press, etc., etc. So we are going to be taking an object, keeping our core engaged, our glutes squeezed. So although this is an upper body focused exercise, our core and our glutes are going to be working as well. We're going to be soft bending the knees and explosively pushing the weight over our head. You can see I took a big breath before I did that then. I'm going to show you one more time without weight. We're going to hold some weight in our hand, keep the glutes squeezed, the core tight, take a deep breath in, and breathe out then when the weight is overhead. I'm going to grab some weights and show you. Okay ladies, so here I have 2 kilogram dumbbells. You can buy these in 1 kilograms as well. Bring the dumbbells to the top of your shoulders and keep your elbows high. We don't want our elbows facing forwards. We want them out horizontal. We're going to soft bend in the knees, squeeze the glutes together, embrace the core, big breath in, and push the weights overhead. Bring them back down and reset. So squeezing the glutes, bracing the core, big breath in. We're going to again aim for 10 to 15 reps here, and we're going to do 3 rounds through. Remember, we're aiming for quality over quantity. We want quality of each rep. Slow yourself down and focus on the movement, squeezing the glutes, engaging the core. Although this is an upper body movement, we want the full body to be working. Hey ladies, if you want to develop exercise number 2 further and take this into the gym, you can load up with some heavier dumbbells. Maybe you have these at home, maybe not. So we're going to take the dumbbells up to the shoulders. Exactly the same. Breathe in, squeeze the glutes, brace the core, and to further develop this, you can come into a facility that has equipment. You could use a barbell from a rack and press it up overhead. You could use a log if you are aiming to start training in the strong woman sport. Log press is going to change your angle of your arms from side into front, and it is still an overhead press. You're going to be working biceps, triceps, shoulders, upper back, lats, legs, glutes, core. This is such an intense workout, and you're going to get your cardio, your heart rate will be going. Okay ladies, so exercise number 3 of my top 5 exercises for ladies who would like to get stronger is a deadlift. Intimidated by deadlift, I'm using 2 kilogram dumbbells to complete this move. These are really easy. You could also hold a tin of baked beans in each hand or a bottle of water in each hand. Obviously make sure they're both the same weight. So I'm going to demonstrate this exercise to you. First of all, I'm going to have my feet shoulder width apart facing forwards. I'm going to hold my dumbbells up against my thighs. I'm going to be pushing my hips backwards, bending my knees. My head will be forwards. I'm going to be bringing the dumbbells down my legs whilst trying to keep my back straight. I'm not allowing my back to do this. My head is up, my shoulders are back, trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together in the center of my back. And I can't really go any further than that, and that is fine. From here, I'm going to squeeze my glutes or my bum cheeks together and stand up straight. I'm going to bend back down and bring it back up. All we are doing here is bending down and standing up with a straight back, and we are currently loaded with 4 kilograms of weight. You could do this with 2 1 kilograms. You could load up to 7.5 kilogram dumbbells, 10 kilogram dumbbells, or even progress this into a gym, maybe work with a coach or a member of staff in the gym to start deadlifting on a barbell, just like my How to Deadlift for Beginners video. Again, I would aim for 10 to 15 reps of this and 3 rounds through. The reason this exercise is so amazing and all women should be doing it is because it's going to strengthen your glutes. Your glutes directly connect into your back, and it's going to prevent lower back pain, and you're going to be strengthening your hamstrings, which is also going to be working on your knees and your hip stability as you age. As I said, we were going to be working on quality of the form and not quantity of the amount of kilos lifted. If you want to start with just 1 kilo, perhaps just 1 dumbbell. I'll show you one more time. Head up, breathe in. Take my hips back to try and touch my bum onto the wall behind me. I can't go any further because the back of my legs, my hamstrings are stretching. Squeeze my bum forwards. Keep my head up, squeezing my shoulder blades together behind me. You could also use a kettlebell at home if you have a kettlebell, and you would hold it in the center and do exactly the same lift. Okay ladies, exercise number 4 of my top 5 exercises that all women should be doing if you want to get stronger, feel empowered, feel like a boss, live a healthier life, be more fit, more functioning, and generally happier. It's a row. Again, we're going to start from the very basics of a row, which you can do at home with very limited equipment, and I'll talk to you about how you can progress your row into the gym if you have more equipment available to you. As you can imagine, a row is like this, like you're rowing a boat, and we're going to be squeezing the shoulders. I'm going to turn around and show you. Squeezing the shoulders behind your back. We could row with our hands in, we could row with our hands out, and you can row on various different machines. You could have a rowing machine for your warm-up. This is a great exercise to be getting some rowing in. I'm going to be showing you with 2 kilogram dumbbells how to perform a row at home. So we're going to have our feet facing shoulder width apart and facing forwards. I'm going to be holding the dumbbells in my hand, leaning forwards and pushing my hips backwards, dumbbells by the side of my legs. Now I'm going to have to keep my stomach and my core tight, and I'm going to be pulling the dumbbells up my thighs towards my hips and squeezing my elbows behind my back and squeezing my shoulder blades together and releasing. I'll show you from the front. Push my hips backwards. All the weight is on the heel of my foot. You can see my toes slightly come up. Brace my core. And pull my elbows behind my back. You can increase the weight of your dumbbells when performing this. Again, we're aiming for 10 to 15 reps and 3 rounds through. You can move on with bigger dumbbells. You could use 2 kettlebells to perform this. You could do this 1 arm at a time if you prefer, by taking a dumbbell, holding on to something, a chair, a table, a wall. Maybe because we're going 1 arm at a time, you want to separate your stance for balance. And again, you're going to be pulling this dumbbell towards your hips, not towards your armpit. This is wrong. Towards your hip. Again, if you go single arms, we're still aiming for 10 to 15 reps on each arm, 3 rounds through. Okay? To progress this further, if you're going into a gym, you could use the cable machines, where you sit down on a machine. We could insert a clip here of cable machine rowing. So sit on the machine, hold the cables and row. So any exercise that is going to be pulling your shoulders back, lifting your chest up and squeezing your shoulder blades behind. You could also use a resistance elastic band at home. Tie the elastic band around something secure like a table leg, sit on the floor, pull and row your band. So any form of rowing is going to be great for your upper back and again, your core, your arms and your shoulders. Okay ladies, exercise number 5, but before I get into that, if you haven't already, please drop me a like on this video. So exercise number 5 that I recommend all of you should be doing every single day is walking. If you can walk for 1 hour a day, the health benefits are endless. It's not necessarily going to be making you stronger, but it is going to improve your posture, lower your blood pressure, calm your central nervous system down, expose you to natural light, which is going to help you sleep. If you're not already getting outside and walking on a daily basis, you should. We are aiming for 10 to 12,000 steps a day. This might be far too much for you right now. Perhaps you're suffering with knee pain, back pain, hip pain. Perhaps you just don't have the time because of your job. That's absolutely fine. We all start somewhere, so reduce your aim. Perhaps you should be aiming for 4,000 steps a day, 10 minutes walking a day, 15 minutes walking a day. Once you find that this is embedded into your routine every single day, then you can increase it by 5 minutes, increase it by 1,000 steps. However you want to track your habits, that's absolutely fine. But walking is going to do wonders for your cardiovascular health, your mental health, your sleep routine, your blood pressure, your heart health. The benefits are endless, albeit perhaps not so much strength training. Okay, ladies, so a bonus for you here is I am going to incorporate my top 4 squat, overhead press, deadlift, and a row all into one routine that you can perform at home. So stay tuned, let's go. We're gonna take our dumbbells, 2 dumbbells, 2 kg, nice and light. I'm gonna perform quality movements. I'm gonna bring my dumbbells to my shoulders and slowly squat down, opening up my hips. From here, I'm gonna stand and I'm gonna press my dumbbells up overhead. Bring my dumbbells back down. Make sure my feet come in a little bit. Bring my dumbbells down to my legs. Take my hips back, try and touch my bottom on the wall. Into my deadlift, squeeze my glutes to bring my deadlift up. Take my dumbbells down to the floor, step my feet out and have a row and a row. Step my feet back in, into my squat, lift my dumbbells, sit deep into my hips and stand up and press. Bring my feet back together, dumbbells down, hips towards the wall and stand up, squeezing my glutes. Take my dumbbells to the floor, step my feet back, row and row. Bring my feet into my squat, sit down into my hips, stand up and press. Take it down into a deadlift and down into a row. And back into my squat. Again, you can repeat this 10 to 15 times and 3 rounds through. If you could do this 10 to 15 times, 3 rounds through with an appropriate weight for your ability and do this every single day, plus you're walking outside, you are going to feel so much fitter, so much healthier, and so much happier. You're going to be able to enjoy the rest of your life with functioning hips, functioning knees, and no back pain. If you really enjoyed this video, please make sure you subscribed to my channel, liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.